Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So last week I let you know that Microsoft had rolled out the latest Canary Channel Insider build, which officially is also known as the 26H1 feature update for Copilot plus PCs. I'll leave the video linked. And my reason for mentioning that video is because that was the last Canary Channel build for this year. And if you are in the dev and or beta channels, just to let you know that Microsoft has rolled out the final dev and beta channel insider update of the year, which is KB 5072043, which bumps the build up to 26,220.7523. So basically, these are the last flights for this year. Now, Microsoft does not give us an exact date when these flights will resume, but I would expect them to begin quite early in 2026, and obviously I'll post when that happens. But just to let you know what's going on in the last and final dev and beta channel insider build for this year. And there's quite a lot going on, and I can see why, because obviously Microsoft has packed everything in because there are no other updates rolling out for this year. Now, I'm just going to go over some of the key highlights. There's a lot more, but as to not make this video too long. Now, Microsoft says that in October, it introduced Ask Copilot on the taskbar for consumer customers. Now, Microsoft says it's starting to roll out a version tailored for commercial customers. So, Ask Copilot on the taskbar, according to Microsoft, provides an entry point that connects Microsoft 365 Copilot agents and search into what it's calling Ask Copilot, which can be broken up into three categories, basically. One-click access to Copilot from your taskbar. Microsoft says you'll also be able to invoke agents directly from Ask Copilot on the taskbar using the Tools button or by typing @. And then thirdly, Microsoft says it gives you a streamlined search experience. So that's now rolling out for commercial customers. Then next up, Microsoft says it's introducing agents on the taskbar, where Windows is adding a new way to keep an eye on your agents right from the taskbar, with Microsoft saying that researcher in Microsoft 365 Copilot can dig into a topic and build a tailored report, and now you'll be able to track its progress without breaking your actual workflow. And Microsoft says it's also testing a hover experience, what we are currently looking at. So when you move your cursor over the Copilot or researcher icon, you'll see real-time reasoning updates, so you always know how the task is progressing according to Microsoft. Then next up, regarding agents, quite a lot going on with these AI agents in the taskbar for this build. Microsoft says it's introducing agent launchers, which is a new framework that enables Windows apps to register AI agents and make them discoverable across the system. Agent Launchers provides a standardized way for apps to expose the interactive AI agents so they can be found and invoked by Windows and applications. Microsoft says that when launched, these agents open their chat experience so you can start working with them. And then next up, we have personalize what Narrator announces, where Narrator, Microsoft says, now gives you more control over how information is spoken when you navigate UI elements in an app, where you can now choose which properties are spoken and rearrange their order to match your preferences. So as an example, Microsoft says, when you land on a submit button, Narrator may announce submit button. With personalization, you can now choose to hear the label first, the role first, or omit something you don't need by clicking on the relevant checkbox, as we can see in the image provided. And then next up, Microsoft says it's enhancing the touch keyboard experience, as it likes to call it, for voice typing. So this is what it looked like before the update. So Microsoft says it's updating the experience when you use voice typing with the touch keyboard to make it feel more streamlined and intuitive. The new design, Microsoft says, removes the previous full screen overlay and instead shows voice typing animations directly on the dictation key. So this is what it looks like after the update. So there's no overlay. Dictation state animations are shown directly on the dictation key. And then another thing that Microsoft is introducing is a new Discover Windows widget, where the widget now, Microsoft says, helps you learn about Windows features with short tips that appear right when you need them. So basically what it shows is actionable tips from the Windows Tips website, and tips update automatically, Microsoft says, throughout the day to match common usage moments. I personally think this is a little bit of clutter, but nonetheless, this is rolling out, as we can see, to the widgets board and also to the lock screen. And here's the UR of the lock screen widgets displaying quick tips and historical highlights. Personally, I don't think that's something I would ever use, but nonetheless, that's rolling out. And then last up, for the purpose of this video, as mentioned, I'm just going over a couple of the key highlights. For Windows insiders signed in with a Microsoft account, Microsoft says that File Explorer will now begin showing people icons under the Activity column on File Explorer Home and in areas like Recommended, Favorites, and Recent. So when you hover or click on a people icon, File Explorer will display the new Windows People card, giving you lightweight context about who recently interacted with the file and providing quick actions like starting a chat or a call through your preferred communication apps. So guys, that's a couple of the so-called highlights. Quite a lot going on with those AI agents in the taskbar. And over and above that, we get a good couple of fixes rolling out in this build, and then some known issues because we are in preview. And that's more or less, guys, what's new in the final Dev and Beta channel update for this year. And as mentioned, Canary Dev and Beta will resume sometime next year, early in January 2026, as mentioned. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.